This is Becky.
And Ramsey.
So we make background. Greetings, everyone. This is Beck from Africa. We are back in another one.
Yay!
So I'm Becky from Uganda, Africa.
And I'm Ramsey from Uganda and USA.
You're welcome here. So we live in United States of Uganda.
Exactly.
United States of Uganda. So we called
it's
our
own
home.
special place in the world.
Yeah, our home is called United States of Uganda because he's from United States and I'm from Uganda. So guys, nice having you back here. Thank you for watching our videos.
This is not our home. We happen to be at a hotel right now and they have this wonderful waterfall behind us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are here, and I forgot to tell you something yesterday about our how we met.
How did we meet? Again, you're going to tell a fourth installment.
No, just
okay.
a little thing
story
about it. So one time I was in the church, as I told you that there were time I was, and I wanted to know God more. So I was in the church praying and looking for God, praying here and there. So one day I was in one church, guys, and this woman, a wife to the pastor, called me in the middle of the night because it was an overnight. Here in Africa we have overnights.
Yes.
I don't know about there.
No, it's with teenagers in the United States.
Who? How does that work?
It's completely different. It's a fun and games night.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
So for us, we have night prayers here. We go pray, we go in the church and pray the whole night, praying and singing and jumping, dancing. So that's how our church works here. So I was in the church, the pastor was preaching, then after preaching, then a prophetic word came. She's a prophet?
Yeah, I guess.
Then a prophetic word came for me, and this woman called me and she told me, Becky, come here. I went to the pulpit. She's in the pulpit, we are in the congregation. Then she called me, Becky, come to the pulpit. Going to the pulpit, she told me, you're going to get married. I was like, no, I don't want to get married. She asked me, what do you want? I told her I want a job to take care of my children. She said, no, God told me that there is a man who is coming in your life and he's going to come with your everything. But she never told me that he was a white man. What I remember, she told me there is a man who is coming. I told her, I'm tired of getting married. I don't want any man in my life. I don't want a man in my life. I don't want any relationship. So she said, please lift up your hands, I pray for you. Of course, here when we pray, sometimes we lift up our hands, sometimes we kneel down on our knees. So she told me to lift up my hands. I lifted up my hands. I told the story.
Yeah, I've heard it a few times.
Yes. So I lifted my hand. I did not lift my hands, by the way. Okay. I refused.
Really?
So,
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, because she was going to pray for me what I don't want.
You refused Pastor Gloria.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that before.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that part's very interesting to me. So, I know Pastor Gloria well. I like her, but I've never seen anybody refuse her anything.
So when I refused, she called the ushers, and the ushers lifted my hands up.
See, that's what I mean. Nobody refuses Pastor Gloria anything.
So the usher lifted my hands up, and this woman was praying for me. She's called Gloria, and she prayed for me. She's Rev Gloria, and he's Reverend Jean Ramsey. So she prayed for me. She anointed my face. She said, this man is coming with you everything. And I was crying. No, I don't want a man. No.
This is not a blessing. This is a curse.
Because that's what I think. I thought.
Thank you. I'm a curse.
No, that's what I thought by then.
Yeah, you did think I was a curse. The truth comes out now after all this time.
So when they prayed for me, I did not take it. I just left it there because that's not what I wanted. And I didn't have it in my mind that I'm going to wake up one day and want to get married. And remember, in churches, sometimes girls want to get married.
Oh my goodness, yes.
They want to get married, they want to get into relationship, but me, I said no. No. I think that video is still there when I was refusing. I think they still have it at the church when I was refusing to pray for me to get married. So that was the part I forgot to tell you guys. And finally, when I met this guy, I just said yes immediately. And by the way, what made you think that I'm the one? Did you not get discourages like from other people? Why do you love that one? Why do you choose that one?
No, I didn't give him enough opportunity to say anything.
Really?
Yeah, because I was not thinking about any future with you or anyone else. At that time, I was just trying to get my life stable. And suddenly, as I said, when I saw you step out from the crowd, welcoming me at the airport, I just knew right then that you were the one for me. Well, after that, I didn't have to discuss with anybody else because I'd already made my decision. And if you agreed, and you did eventually, then I didn't really care what my brother or anybody else in the family thought.
What?
Although my brother was accepting. But,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was accepting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Anyway, another thing is, what question do you get asked the most about Uganda and loving an African? What is that question that irritates you?
I don't get asked about other, and I think they see us and understand what's going on. What I get asked, and it drives me crazy, by Ugandans is, can I set themselves up? Can I set them up with some other Mzungu? It's like, we didn't even set ourselves up. How can I set you up? You know, God did this.
We did
so
not.
If you want a Mzungu, you go talk to God, not to me.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
God did that. God did that, guys. Because we never searched for it. I don't know why you go anywhere asking how, connect me, please connect me. Yeah. Do your husband, they always ask me, do your husband has a brother?
I know.
And they like it so much because you are God-fearing person. Because they think that few whites that are God-fearing, and few whites, and some whites does weird things with their women.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not aware of that.
I hear those always, and we watch some TV news. How?
Oh well, don't pay attention to the news. The stuff that you hear in the news only represents a small portion of America.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of truth in it. I'm not saying that those things aren't true, but I'm simply saying the news is news because it's different than the usual. So. Okay. Yeah.
So I hear that many whites, when they use African girls the way they want.
I'm sure that there are some who do that. There are men all around the world who use women all around the world for their own purposes and don't care about the women. And that's true whether the man is white or the man is not. And it's true whether the woman is African or the woman is something different. There's just bad people out there. Unfortunately, most people aren't that way, but the few who are, they will prey on unsuspecting women. And they will make a world of hurt for a whole lot of people because of that.
So I always get told that I married my grandfather.
You did marry your grandpa. I'm old enough to be your father, that's true. I might even be old enough to be your grandfather, I suppose, depending.
Babe.
Well, there's a few years between us, yes. There's a full generation between us. I mean, what am I going to say?
I think next time we are coming with our age.
No, we now at this point we don't need to do that since we've already had the conversation. Let's just put it this way, okay? I'm older than her mother, and she's younger than my daughter. That's enough to give you a clue here. Yeah. So, we are the worst match. No dating app would ever put us together No computer would ever say that we're right for each other. I'm old, she's
But
young.
it is God
okay?
who can do
exactly.
that.
See, God can see things that these other ways of looking at people don't measure. And there's something that she has that nobody else, in my opinion, in the world has.
What is that?
You see, she has the most beautiful heart of anybody I've ever met. She's not just the most beautiful on the outside. She's even more beautiful on the inside. And when I discovered that, and remember, we actually sort of met without seeing each other. The first time I ever saw her face, she's lying in bed on a phone that her brother's holding, dying of malaria in the hospital.
Yeah, that was
that's the first time I ever saw her.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation, a video conversation.
Yeah, because I couldn't communicate, and when my brother came, they started a video call to see me, how I'm doing,
Yeah.
how he wanted to see me, how I was in bed, how sick I was. So my brother connected to the video and we started chatting.
So, but I saw in her, and so it wasn't the outside.
We chatted 1 month on the video, then you came.
Yeah, it was actually, I don't know, it might have been a month, a few weeks. I don't remember exactly how long.
Then you came.
Yeah, but anyway, so
it was God that did it.
Yeah.
Because no man can compare
because
us.
if you look at the outside and look at the things, she doesn't have an education. I have a higher education degree, graduate degree. If she comes from a very impoverished background, I was middle class, lower middle class, but still middle class in America, which is upper class for Uganda. All these things. I never was interested in Africa. I speak Spanish, and I really enjoyed mission work already in Mexico and Chile, and I had family there. That's where I thought I was going to go with my retired life, honestly, and I did. When I first retired, I didn't come to Uganda. Even after meeting her, I actually went to Chile first, but my heart was stuck here because I had met her. And she had already captured it.
Yeah.
So,
so it was nice having you guys. I was just sharing another story about how we met and chatting with my husband more about us. So, for all interracial couples, stay strong.
Yeah.
Stay strong. Love your partner. Don't care about others. Love you. Bye. Back from Africa. Keep subscribing, liking, and commenting on our YouTube channel. Share our videos. In Jesus' name. I love you, baby.
Love you too, honey.